Right now, Porchlight is partnering with a local developer to help tackle two of Madison's most critical housing needs in a single solution.
Severe thunderstorms over portions of central Iowa as alert day conditions get closer to Wisconsin. I have the latest updates.
And guilty. That is the verdict from jurors convicting a Madison man of first-degree intentional homicide in the death of a toddler 2 years ago. You're watching News 3 now at 10. We are in for a stormy weekend with a system expected to bring multiple rounds of thunderstorms now through Sunday. Can't rule out tornadoes, which we have already seen in other parts of the Midwest. Look at this video. This is from the capital city of Lincoln, Nebraska. You can see a large and destructive tornado. There it is beyond the University of Nebraska's football stadium. Other videos from the area show other tornadoes touching down. This is obviously a major weather event in the state of Nebraska. And it's this very system that'll bring stormy weather to southern Wisconsin this weekend. So prepare for a lot of rain, some heavy winds, thunderstorms, and if conditions are right, tornadoes also may pop up. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington tracking all of this, including what happened earlier today in Nebraska. He joins us now with his First Warn forecast. Alex.
Thanks, Eric. Yes, families of tornadoes across the Omaha area over portions of Nebraska and Iowa, just as Eric was showing with those incredible videos, even some unconfirmed reports of tornadoes 2 miles in width. Can you imagine that? 2 miles in width. That's unprecedented. Wanted to also show here a little bit of our radar from earlier today near Omaha. This is called a tornado debris signature, or the correlation coefficient. We use this tool here in the First Warn weather team as well. And quite honestly, I have to say, this is a textbook example where you see this blue ball here. This is debris being lofted in the air from one of those large tornadoes near Omaha. It's also a learning opportunity as well for meteorologists, because you don't often see a tornado debris signature as textbook as what we saw near Omaha today. And it is that weather system that is part of our alert day conditions that we've been tracking for well over a week, that is slowly getting closer to southern Wisconsin. Later tonight, we could be looking at some thunderstorms, heavy rain, and periods of that over the course of this weekend, averaging 1, 2, 3 inches of rainfall and tracking multiple bouts of severe weather. I think the risk tonight is isolated and low. Saturday is our best chance right now for widespread severe thunderstorms, including the potential for a few tornadoes. And then again on Sunday, depending on if we can get warm enough on Sunday, we have another threat for severe weather, marginal as it looks like right now. 3 things you need to know. Storms will develop overnight. We'll have a break in those storms early on your Saturday, but that's an ingredient that you need to have those thunderstorms to rev up. This time tomorrow night, we could be tracking a line of severe thunderstorms. We will look at that track and future track in just a few minutes.
All right, Alex, and as we've said, we've already seen some of the devastation from one of those tornadoes in Nebraska. These photos come from Elkhorn, north of Omaha, where homes have been destroyed. There are already search and rescue operations underway. One woman says the sirens went off as she was picking up her kids from school.
So we got home as fast as we could. I got my babies in the basement. We covered up with a blanket. We got our dog down there. All of a sudden the lights went out and we heard everything being thrown around above us. And it was so scary.
Amazingly, there have been no reports of anyone killed. 2 people were taken to a hospital with minor injuries. Well, next at 10, back in southern Wisconsin, Porchlight's low-income housing has called the UW campus its home now for more than 2 decades. But for the past 15 years, new student housing has popped up all around it. Now the developer of those apartments wants to help Porchlight relocate to a more updated space to create more student housing. Arman Rahman shows us what they're planning.
After 15 years in the heart of the UW-Madison campus, Porchlight's permanent housing could be moving to the heart of downtown and could be getting some much-needed upgrades.
You can't just keep band-aiding this building and expect it to get better, right?
Porchlight Executive Director Carla Tennis says in the past 2 years, they've spent $150,000 on a new roof and $150,000 on a new elevator, so they can't afford to stay. But none of the offers she'd get for the campus location were right.
And my answer always is, I don't need a wad of cash. I need somewhere to put all my people.
For developer LZ Ventures, it took 15 years and
finally, after his 15th try,
it bought land at Blair and East Wash for a new Porchlight housing building, and it'll move all tenants and staff in for free.
And then they're going to pay for furnishings from top to bottom. So our folks will move into a place that's fully furnished with brand new stuff. Like, that never happens, right?
On Brook Street, Porchlight has 87 single-room units where each floor shares a kitchen and bathroom. There are 15 efficiencies on the top floor. On Blair Street, the plan is to have 70 studio apartments, each with its own bathroom and kitchenette and laundry on each floor.
You know, at Brook Street, we serve a lot of folks who are elderly, who have chronic health issues. We have folks in wheelchairs and walkers, mental health issues. They really need their own space.
The developer says in return, it'll build student housing on Brook Street next to its other apartments, adding roughly 500 beds.
Yes, it's definitely wow.
But Tennis says there's still more work to make this a reality.
We hope. I'm not packing yet.
Porchlight and LZ Ventures expect it to take about a year to get through all of the city zoning and paperwork, and then about another year to construct the new Porchlight facility on Blair Street. Reporting in Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Tonight, the Department of Health Services in Wisconsin confirming a case of measles here in Dane County. And while the person infected lives in Dane County, DHS says they travel to and work in Rock County. Right now, Public Health Madison, Dane County, along with Rock County Public Health, are working together to identify anyone who may have been exposed. DHS tonight also sharing where people may have been exposed in public places, for which a full list of people cannot be obtained, but the locations: the Quick Trip on Madison Avenue in Milton, SSM Health's Dean Health Clinic and St. Mary's Hospital, both in Janesville, You Break, I Fix on East Wash in Madison, and the Noodles and Company on Limestone Pass in Cottage Grove. Also on screen are the dates and times when anyone at those locations may have been exposed to measles. Cases of measles are rare in Wisconsin due to high vaccination rates, but the disease is very contagious and can cause serious health issues for those not vaccinated against it. Marshawn Giles, the Madison man charged in the 2022 death of a toddler, has been found guilty of first-degree intentional homicide today. Jurors also found him guilty on 14 other counts in connection with the girl's death, including first-degree child sexual assault. 3 other charges were dropped, including during the trial. Giles was arrested in April of 2022 after authorities found the 20-month-old girl severely abused in an apartment on Madison's west side. The girl would later die at the hospital. UW-Madison preparing the campus community for an expected pro-Palestinian demonstration on Monday. According to an Instagram post, the Students for Justice in Palestine group at UW-Madison is planning a demonstration for Monday at 9 a.m. Now, details are sparse at the moment. UW-Madison says it supports the right to freedom of speech and expression, but is warning of potential consequences to students who do not follow campus protest policies. City officials in Fitchburg are considering a possible referendum to better fund city services there. A recent community survey found most residents would support an increase in a property tax levy. That survey took the temperature on possible property tax increases. It comes as the city looks to build a new police station and move it out of City Hall. City officials say any referendum would not come down until the November election cycle, and there would be information sessions beforehand. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump could face off in a presidential debate soon. Both President Biden and former President Trump agreed to debate ahead of this year's election. In an appearance on the Howard Stern show earlier today, the president said he would be happy to debate Trump. It's the first time the president has said explicitly that he would debate Trump in this election cycle. Trump responded on Truth Social, even suggesting several dates the two could debate. The Commission on Presidential Debates has scheduled 3 debates in September and October. Meanwhile, defense attorneys in former President Trump's New York criminal trial tried to find holes in the testimony of this week's star witness, the former publisher of the National Enquirer. Willie James Inman recaps day 8 of the hush money trial.
Under cross-examination, the defense in Donald Trump's hush money criminal trial questioned former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker. During testimony for the prosecution this week, Pecker described how he helped conceal potentially damaging stories about Trump during the 2016 election. The defense argued that the practice known as catch and kill was not unusual and that there were similar alleged arrangements with other celebrities, including Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tiger Woods, and Mark Wahlberg. But when he was asked by prosecutors whether there was a difference with Trump, "Did you suppress stories to help a presidential candidate?" "Yes," Pecker said.
I personally think they've got an uphill battle. They would have the jurors believe that simply an agreement to influence the election with this catch and kill practice is in and of itself illegal, but it's not. They're going to have to go the extra step of proving that federal campaign finance law violation.
The second witness called to the stand Friday afternoon was Trump's longtime executive assistant, Rona Graff. Testifying for less than an hour, she told the court that she maintained a list of Trump's contacts, which included entries for Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels. McDougal and Daniels have said they had sexual relations with Trump and were paid for their silence. Trump denies their allegations.
This is all a Biden indictment. It's in order to try and win an election, political opponent, and nothing like this has ever happened.
Prosecutors allege Trump falsified records to make the payments appear as legal expenses. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts. Willie James Inman, CBS News.
King Charles III is returning to public duties now 2 months after he announced he was receiving treatment for cancer. According to Buckingham Palace, the King and Queen Camilla will visit a cancer treatment center on Tuesday. Officials say they will meet with patients and medical specialists at that facility. The announcement comes as a new portrait of Charles and Camilla was unveiled, marking 1 year since the couple had their crowning ceremony at Westminster Abbey. A town in northwestern Wisconsin looking for a new barber, still ahead at 10. Norm Hagen has been cutting hair in Glenwood City since the Truman administration, but he's hanging up the clippers. A look back at his 72 years on the job. That's next.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's spring semi-annual sale is almost over. Save up to $1,500 instantly. Get up to 60% off on overstock and clearance items. And 60-month special financing with no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Get an 11% rebate on everything right now at Menards. Mastercraft has been building quality doors for over 50 years. Design your door your way, in-store or online. Get an 11% rebate on all Mastercraft doors. Menards has a great selection of quick-set locks. This exterior lock with deadbolt has a simple yet elegant design, and it's built with security in mind. It's just $28.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Badgerscape Design and Landscape. We offer a full range of landscaping services, from design to maintenance. Our professional team is dedicated to meeting all your landscaping needs. Call us at 608-295-1446 or visit badgerscapedesignandlandscape.com.
This spring semi-annual store-wide sale is almost over at Ashley. Upgrade your sleep with a Tempur-Pedic mattress. Get $300 in free furniture, plus free delivery and 60-month special financing. Only at Ashley.
Let's roll the clip. Get the scoop on Mike Epps' new stand-up.
I didn't know you had it.
You know I got it. Then Gen Z teaches us a thing or two. That's like a little blunder.
Vibrate.
Married is a family show.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Well, what happens during an election in a town where no one runs for mayor? It actually happened earlier this month in Fountain City. That's up in Buffalo County along the Mississippi River. No one put their name on the ballot, so all 82 votes in Fountain City were write-ins. The top candidate was the town's former mayor, now 75 years old. Got 23 votes, but told City Hall he'd rather stay retired. Next leading vote getter was Ben Adank, a CEO of an IT company based over in Winona, who with 22 votes told Fountain City officials, well, he'd take the job.
There's really no honeymoon period to this because my phone has been ringing and I've run into people in the community and there's all sorts of wonderful ideas.
Well, Dank is no stranger to local government. He was once chair for the town of Milton. That's just up the road from Fountain City. A barber in northwestern Wisconsin hanging up his clippers in St. Croix County near the Twin Cities. Norm Hagen announcing his retirement after cutting hair for more than 7 decades. As Boyd Hoopert reports, many of Hagen's customers will miss him.
Arrive in Glenwood City, Wisconsin, and you'll find history outside.
Norm Barbershop, this is Norm.
And in.
That was the first Cadillac in town.
Norm Hagen and Glenwood City history.
That's the first bank.
Have always been close.
This is my first barbershop I was in, right there.
So maybe it was inevitable. He'd just become part of it.
72 years, yeah.
72 years cutting the hair of Glenwood City's men. A haircut and a massage.
And all for $10. He's got his price sign right there.
That's me and Norm. Norm giving me my first haircut.
Huh.
Alex Brigham is hardly alone.
I was a little kid.
How many people Bill Johnson's age can say they're still going to the same barber?
I'm 69 years old.
But then how many towns can claim a 92-year-old barber?
This is a Lee Barber School.
Trained.
Yeah, right there, I guess.
During the Truman administration.
Giving a guy a shave.
Married to Mary, and then kids.
I retired before my dad did.
Chris and Todd and Craig grew up in their dad's barbershop.
You got to learn a fabulous vocabulary you couldn't use in school.
Or at home, yeah.
Yeah, right.
The need for a haircut.
What do you think happened to that chip?
Has never been a prerequisite for stopping at Norm's.
A lot of the world's problems were solved here in this room.
When the cafe closed, one of Norm's customers brought him a coffee maker so they'd have a place to share the town's goings-on while venting.
Yeah, right.
About politics and the Packers.
There might be 20 bushel.
Though lately the talk has taken a turn.
You're retiring?
Yeah.
The only barber in Glenwood City is calling it quits.
You got to respect his retirement, I guess, you know. I think he earned it, so.
Some are suggesting Norm take his 1948 barber chair.
Put the hydraulic fluid in there.
Home with him.
Put it in the corner of the bedroom and we'll come out there and get a haircut.
We asked Norm why he finally decided to retire at 92.
I'm going to try something else.
Turns out it's not too late.
You're going to try something else.
Yeah.
To add a new chapter to Norm Hagen's history.
I'll come to your retirement party for sure.
That was Boyd Hoopert reporting there. Norm says for retirement, he would like to spend more time with his son on his farm. A busy weekend for our First Warn weather team coming. Tracking a system of stormy weather expected to last through Sunday. Here's Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex.
Yeah, Eric, we're ready for it. We've been tracking this weather system for the better part of a week. Let's break down the next 24 hours or so. Storms will develop overnight tonight, although I think many of these storms are going to be sub-severe. An isolated severe storm is not out of the question. Then we have that break in the storms that I've been talking about for days, is that wild card that you need to have severe weather ramp up. And if we get enough heating on your Saturday, that provides the fuel for severe thunderstorms that are possible on your Saturday evening. Again, hearts go out to Omaha and areas near Omaha. Strings, families of tornadoes. Some of these tornadoes, preliminary estimates and sizes, 2 miles in diameter. These are supercell thunderstorms. When you see this family, these strings of continuous tornado events. We have thunderstorms. These are the storms that produce the tornadoes over Omaha, have now moved over towards the Des Moines area along I-80, and they're moving towards the north and towards the east, towards southern Wisconsin. Right now, a couple scattered showers, maybe a clap or two of thunder, have formed right along Baraboo down to Madison. This just popping up right now as a warm front moves closer to southern Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Again, we've been tracking alert day conditions. This will start up later tonight, lasting clear through Sunday. The potential, at least, heavy rain, strong storms, and some of these storms could be severe. That severe threat issued by the Storm Prediction Center, Lone Rock, Monroe, Janesville, Beloit, over towards Platteville and Prairie du Chien. As the line of thunderstorms over Iowa moves into our area, it should weaken some, continue to weaken some with time, but an isolated severe storm again. Not out of the question. All attention right now is for Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening across southern Wisconsin for the potential for all hazards with these storms, large hail, damaging winds, and the potential for a few isolated tornadoes. Sunday, a little lesser of a risk because cool air may be in place, and those clouds, cool air, showers and thunderstorms widespread limits the heating, and that brings that severe weather threat down. This is what the weather, or what the radar may look like according to Future Track right around 2 o'clock in the morning. This is that line of thunderstorms out in Iowa moving through the Dells to Lone Rock to Mineral Point. As you can see, as it moves towards the north and towards the east, it fizzles a bit. Then as we head towards 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, got the crazy legs run. Temperatures in the lower 60s, could see some sunshine, but that sunshine provides the fuel for the thunderstorm activity that then lines up here. It's a little bit further to the south and east than earlier in my newscast tonight, lining up from Monroe over towards Janesville. But another line of thunderstorms coming out of Iowa will sweep across the southern two-tier counties as it still looks like 7, 8 o'clock at night. These thunderstorms, again, could be the ones that produce the large hail, the damaging winds, and perhaps an isolated tornado. And then that's out of here by midnight as we go on into the wee hours of your Sunday. Breaking this down, storms develop tonight. We have that break towards daybreak. An isolated severe storm is possible. With enough heat, all hazards are possible Saturday and potentially again on your Sunday. Crazy legs run. I think things will be dry, maybe an isolated shower or storm, but most places, again, are going to be in the dry pattern here. That break, mild and even a touch humid. You'll be sweating for that run tomorrow morning. In gusty winds, though, on upwards of 30 miles per hour. Alert day conditions end on Sunday, but still staying unsettled Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week.
And coming up in sports, Chris Middleton went off in Indy, but how a career-high playoff performance wasn't enough for the Bucks. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like $100 instant savings when you buy 4 Michelin, BF Goodrich, or Uniroyal tires. 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil start at $22.99 after sale and rebate. And for all your power needs, assorted Blaine's brand vehicle batteries start at $43.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Having whiter teeth is more important than ever with social media. Don't get caught with yellow teeth. Get power swabs, and you'll be sure you always look your best.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for a week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Go online or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So you can bet your bottom dollar that we're sharper than ever. 'Cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
After a Game 2 loss, the Bucks made their way to Indy for 2 huge games and added another name to their injury report. Chris Middleton was nursing a sprained ankle, and let's just say it was feeling pretty good for 22 come tip-off. All Giannis could do in Game 3 was watch, but he'd like what he saw from Chris Middleton. That man put on a show. Fourth quarter, Bucks down 3 with 6.9 seconds left, and Middleton sends it to overtime with the 3. But Money Middleton wasn't done quite yet. Bucks again down 3 with under 10 seconds to play, and he banks it home to tie this one up at 118. Middleton finished with a new playoff career-high 42 points, but the Pacers would always answer. Tyrese Halliburton shakes him and then drops home the floater for 2+1, and the Wisconsin native puts Milwaukee in a 2-1 hole in the series. Bucks fall 121 to 118. The Packers open up day 2 of the draft with a trade. Green Bay moved back a couple spots in the second round for a 5th and 6th rounder from the Saints. And unlike day 1, they'd go defense today. Up first, a Texas A&M linebacker, Edgerrin Cooper. The first-team All-American finished last year with 17 TFLs and 8 sacks. A couple picks later, the Packers added another Georgia Bulldog to their roster, taking safety Javon Bullard 58th overall. Third round, they picked up USC running back Marshawn Lloyd and Missouri linebacker Tyron Hopper. Meanwhile, in yesterday's first round, the Packers went offensive tackle with the 25th overall pick because that's what you do when you already have a franchise quarterback and want to protect him, right? Well, Bill Belichick had some high praise for Jordan Morgan, calling him a high-quality player and saying he's got a good future ahead of him. As for Morgan, well, draft night was a whirlwind of emotions.
Anxious the whole time. Everybody asking me where I'm going. I had no clue. So, I mean, the whole process was just so crazy. And when it happened, man, my heart stopped. It was just, everything froze, and it's such an honor. I mean, I cannot wait to get out there and protect for him. I mean, that's what our offensive lineman is supposed to do, protect your quarterback, open holes for running backs, and that's what I'm here to do.
Wisconsin softball opening up a 3-game series with Indiana, and Emmy Wells came to play in her home state. 2-5 is a certified member of the Bomb Squad. 5th inning, she gives one a ride to left for her 2nd home run of the game. That put the Badgers up 5-0, but they couldn't hold on. Wisconsin falls 6-5 the final. Brewers just walked it off. They beat the Yankees in extras. We're back after this.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash.
It's Hy-Vee's Big Beverage Sale this Friday through Sunday. 6-pack bottles of Coke products, just $3.49 each when you buy 2. Hy-Vee orange or apple juice, just $2.99. Bubbly 8-packs, just $3.48. Keurig coffee, just $5.99. 24 packs of Hy-Vee purified water, just $2.99. And Gatorade 8-packs. Hy-Vee Perks price, only $7.48. Don't miss the Big Beverage Sale. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable raccoon? Attack.
Bark!
Attack! It's not easy taking out the trash. That's why you need strength that's anything but ordinary.
I remember
remember coming home from school and pounding on the door, but my mother wouldn't answer. She'd be passed out inside. You know, my mother had a drug abuse problem. She struggled with addiction to prescription pills her whole life. But today with fentanyl, one pill, just one pill can kill. So I've worked with Republicans to stop the flow of fentanyl that's poisoning families across Wisconsin. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message. This fight hits close to home.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
Hanson's knows that your home is a place of comfort and protection. That's why our durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows, roofing, siding, and gutters, as well as our bathtubs and showers, are guaranteed. With over 30 years experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, we're your trusted home improvement expert. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 2 years.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
All right, points for creativity, but not for legality. The California Highway Patrol busting a driver in the carpool lanes who had a plastic dummy in the passenger seat. The CHP saying in an Instagram post, they found the driver's fake friend after pulling the driver over for allegedly crossing double yellow lines. Officers cited the driver for those carpool violations. The CHP joked about the plastic dummy, saying the goatee was sharp, just a little too sharp. You got a busy weekend on tap ahead of you, huh?
We do.
Something to keep an eye on.
We do. Tomorrow could be a very active day for the First Warning Weather Team and for all of southern Wisconsin. Right now, we actually have a couple of showers and thunderstorms popping up as we speak. Notice the little lightning strikes just north of the Dells. This may fill in a little bit more as we go on into this evening. Any thunderstorms tonight, I think, will be more on the scattered side, isolated severe. But it's your Saturday afternoon and your Saturday evening that has the First Warning Weather Team's attention right now. All severe hazards would be possible, including the potential for tornadoes. We carry on out into next week, staying a bit on the unsettled side as well.
All right, keep a close eye on things, folks. Stay with the News 3 Now Weather Team. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10, and have a great weekend.